based in. He's out of Carolina Moon. So, and he's the first baby that she had herself, so it's pretty special to me. We've had, she's had multiple embryo transfers, but she carried this one, and so I've always kind of had high hopes for him. He actually missed about 5 months of training this year. He got sick. I mean, I just never really thought that I was going to even show him here. And we took him to the pre-works, and we were just playing it by ear up until literally 2 days before the show started. We thought about selling my slot, just not thinking he was ready and everything. And then first round, marked 17.5 and get that far. I mean, I just was blown away. I just was proud of him for that reason. And then we got here, and I wanted to be happy with this. And then, of course, I want to move on if I can. But he's so green. He's missed so much time. And then he just became a little show horse out here for me. So I kind of fallen in love with him.
We had sold her mama maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and this filly came up in the sale, when she was a yearling. And so we went and looked at her and liked her, and we bought her. And then I took her to Phil Hansen, and they finished her, and done a really good job on her. She's really good mare. She's very honest, very cowy, very businesslike, like just goes and does her job all the time. Very protective, and you don't just walk up there and brush her belly off. She's, but not in a mean way. It's funny, her nickname, we call her Precious, because she kind of doesn't want you to be touching her and all that. And so she's been a really good mare. She's been very consistent, and Phil's done a great job training her, and I think I'll have a lot of success with her in the future, I hope. So.
I got the horse actually, Fair and Higher Tower trained it, and I bought it 3 days before I showed it the first time. So I only rode it once before I showed it here, and I've been having great success with her. I mean, to get me this far for, first time ever being down here, first time I showed in this Futurity, she's excellent. I mean, I got to give all the credit to RL for finding me such a great horse. So it's a Thomas C. Hughes out of a daughter, Bob Aker. I've been showing an older horse all year, and you really got to learn to wait on these 3-year-olds. I mean, they're going to come around, but it's just, they don't seem quite as alive to me as an older horse, and they're as intense because they're just kind of doing their thing. But she's excellent. She stops really hard. She comes through her turns really nice. I don't know what else to say. She's excellent. I love her.
This little mare, Great Expectation, she is by third cutting out of the mare Biscalina. I bought her in May from Bill Masterson. This is the second horse I bought from Bill Masterson. And she is she's nice. Like, we really like her. The cool thing about this mare is her mother was the last horse that Carlos Benuelo showed. So it's very sentimental for Bill and a lot of other people. So I am really glad that I got to do good here and made the Futurity Finals and also the Limited Finals yesterday. She is extremely cowy. She's just got a really big heart. She stops good. She's a poser, but nothing. I mean, her heart's the size of America. Like, it's crazy.
This gelding, I just bought him a couple weeks ago. One of my really good friends, Dave Stewart, trained him. He's just a little cow horse. Great little athlete. Real serious about his job. Real low moving, real swoopy. A lot of eye appeal. Like I said, I've only had him a couple weeks here, but just impeccably well trained and good foundation from the start. A friend of mine, Jake Murray, had him when he was 2, and just, again, good horse, come from a good program, and makes it easy to go do my job out there.
I like her. She's got a really nice stop, and she's a show horse. She doesn't work nearly as well at home as when she comes to town. But I entered this mare in the Open Futurity for myself. I mean, she was entered in the Open. I named myself and entered her in my non-pro slot because every time I took her to town, she wanted to be a show horse. I took her to the pre-work in Graham and August, and she just came with her little hat on. She doesn't work very good at home, but she works really good at the shows. What's funny is in the Open, when I showed her, I get that stud ready for Phil, and he was in the same set both times when I showed her, so I had to get his horse ready and then get on mine and go show and not know the cows, which is unusual for me to say. just listen to my help and cut the cows they want me to. But anyway, but she's a really nice mare.
I've worked her at JB's house back in October one weekend, and it had been a couple of months since I'd been on her, and she just felt like an entirely different horse. My mom was watching from the side, and Mom doesn't ever really holler too much, and certainly not while you're practicing, and I could hear my mom yelling while I was working her, and it was October was whenever I thought, you know, I've got a really nice mare. She's just really sweet. All she ever does is try. She's real easy to be around. She doesn't have any holes. I call her chapstick because the way that white wraps across that mouth. I'm hoping for a good draw. I want a good draw and a chance to really get her in front, some really good cows in front of her, and let her show her stop. This is a huge night. This has been a dream come true.
He is has a huge personality, and we have a pretty good friendship.
What's huge about his personality?
He's always into something. He's very, very intelligent, and he's always glad to see you. And real good to be around, and just a real pleasure to have.
He's been on my refrigerator since he was born. I've just been proud of him, and as soon as he was born, I said, what a handsome devil, so we call him HD. And he's just been like my pride and joy. I've had huge expectations for him since the get-go, and he made the semis with Bo. And Bo and I decided we'd share our horses, and I think we made the right decision. He has bucked me off. We were in the round pen it was in October, and I was just exercising him, and he spooks. He gets real scared. There was a water trough in there, and he spooked at it. I mean, it's not like he bucked, but I fell off. And so that's the first horse that's ever done that to me, but I couldn't be mad at him because he trotted back to me like, I'm sorry.
I just bought him as a project horse, really, and I planned on selling him in the 2-year-old sale when he was 2 the next year, but I liked him a lot, and he didn't bring what I kind of was wanting him to, so I ended up keeping him, and here we are. Probably about July, August of his 2-year-old year, I really liked him, and then I had heck with him all, like the beginning of his 3-year-old year. He was just really tough, and I don't know what happened. It just started clicking, and he figured it out, and he's been pretty easy ever since then. He doesn't like fly spray, like any kind of spray. Like if you spray in his tail or on him, like he freaks out about that.
So you wipe him down, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Or just don't worry about it and let him deal with it.
6 runs.
Okay.
That's a lot of runs on her, for 6 runs on her.
And it's consistent.
And I'm the only one who showed her. No open rider showed her either. She's so bright, and she never takes her eyes off the cow or ears. She's pretty athletic. This is my first Futurity, and it's been a very good one this year. Well, I've got through every run. I haven't did bad. I made the finals in the limited and worked at 222 and got reserve champion. And I just made the finals in the non-pro. So it's been pretty good.
What was your dad's advice to you?
Just go have fun for your first Futurity. It don't matter how you do. Just go have fun. She's so nice. You can do anything on her. She's not just laid back.
And how long have y'all had her?
2 years.
So your dad trained her?
Yes, ma'am. My dad no one else touched her. My dad trained her. And
I guess you feel pretty lucky right now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Was looking for one. Austin told me he had a nice colt for sale. I've had 2 of Austin's horses before that were exactly what he said they were, and this one is too. I trust Austin's judgment, and Chris liked him, everybody liked him, my wife liked him, and I liked him.
Now, did you go try him at Austin's place, or did you try him out here?
No, tried him up here during the summer spectacular. He's able to go fast, stop hard, and real cowy. Just go try to cut 3 good cows on him.
When did I first ride him? Probably September. I thought he was good, maybe a little green, but still had enough connection to a cow, and when a cow hooks up to him, he's got a really pretty look. I think just his integrity on a cow and the style that he has, I think went a long way. Yeah, he loves just to kind of nibble on you. I don't know. He's just a kind of a bit of a pet coon. So,
did you say a pet coon?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
I think I'm going to continue to show him the way that I showed him tonight and see what happens. So you can't overthink it and just try one cow at a time. I want one that hooks up to him. He's got a really pretty look in the center of the pen. So I want something that will stay off of him a little bit, but kind of hook up right there where I can push him to the stops and let him check back into that cow.